Hello students, today we will be starting a new chapter in the portion of algebra. Today we will be taking a look at the whole new concept and an interesting one, ratio and proportion. The chapter is quite a little bigger but an interesting one. You will find it very fun, too much fun to go through the chapter. Today I won't take you through the details of the chapter. I will just guide you with the introduction of the chapter and what does the name ratio and proportion mean. So let us see what does it actually mean. So as I said earlier, we will be doing some introduction for the chapter ratio and proportion. So let us see what is a ratio. First thing we will learn is what is a ratio. When one value or a number is divided by another value or a number of similar kind, then the resultant is a number. So let us consider if A and B are my two numbers. So A and B are two numbers. Then the ratio is denoted as A divided by B, or A is to B. Now the numerator or the first number in the ratio is A and the denominator or the second number is the number B. These numbers A and B are called predecessors and successor respectively. A, that is the numerator or the first number, is called the predecessor, and B, that is the denominator, is called the successor. We will come to that in the later part of the chapter. Now, is the ratio related to only two numbers? No. Ratio goes on to multiple numbers. When there are two or more numbers which have a common multiple, then such type of ratio is called a proportion. Now, let us see the numbers A is to B, is to C, is to D. Now all these numbers are in a single ratio, and this ratio is called a proportion of the four numbers. But what do we mean by proportion? Let's see. Proportion has two categories. One is direct proportion and the other is indirect proportion. Now what is direct proportion? When two numbers are directly related, that is, the second number increases or decreases depending directly upon the increase or decrease of the first number, then such numbers are said to be in direct proportion. What is inverse proportion? Exactly opposite of direct proportion. When two numbers are related inversely. What does that mean? The second number increases or decreases according to the first number, that is, the second number will increase if the first number decreases, and vice versa, that is, if it will decrease then the first number increases, which means they are in inverse proportion. Let us see the examples for direct proportion and inverse proportion. First we will see example of direct proportion. If one book costs rupees 10, what will 5 books cost? It is simple. One book is rupees 10, so 5 books will be rupees 50. What did happen? The number of books increased. Similarly, the number of money, the price that we were giving also increased. But how do we find inverse proportion? Let's see. If the speed of car is 10 kilometers per hour, then it takes 5 hours to reach destination. If it is 20 kilometers per hour, when will it reach? Isn't it very simple? If the speed is 10, it takes 5 hours. But if the speed is 20, then what will it be? 10 got multiplied by 2, so 5 will be divided by 2, and hence the speed increases and the time decreases, which means speed and time are inversely proportional. This is what ratio and proportion mean in basic. In the next chapter, we will be seeing the properties of a ratio and the first practice set of the chapter. So stay tuned for these lectures so that you all get the detailed information of how easily and clearly maths can be done for standard 9.